So we're going to take a look at an area question from the 2012 Leaving Cert Ordinary Level paper. So we can see a diagram here that shows a circle inscribed in a square. So inscribed just means it fits perfectly inside. So the edge of the circle just touches the square in one spot on each of the sides. The area of the square is 16 centimeters squared, and it asks us to find the radius length of the circle. So the formula for the area of a square is length squared. That's not a formula that's in our tables, nor are the formulas for rectangles in our tables, but the area of a rectangle is the length by the width. And in a square, the length and the width are the same thing, so it's the length by the length, which means that a short formula for the area of a square is that it's the length squared. So we know that the area of the square is 16, so if we let L squared equal 16 and try and solve for L, we ask ourselves the question, well, what number squared gives us 16? So if we get the square root of 16, we can see that L is equal to 4. So the diameter of the circle is 4, equal to the length of the side of the square. And we're asked to find the radius length of the circle. So the radius is half the length of the diameter. So if the diameter is 4, then the radius will be 2. And so the radius of this circle is 2 centimeters. Part 2 of the question then asks us to find the area of the shaded region. So this region that's outside of the circle but inside of the square. And it's always a good idea to write down in words how we might find that. So in words, I would say that the area of the shaded region is the area of the square minus the area of the circle. We've already found the area of the square, which is 16, so we need to go and find the area of this circle of radius 2. There's a formula in our tables for the area of a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared. We know that the radius is 2, so we're going to substitute 2 in for r. The area of the circle is pi times 2 squared, which is 4 pi. And if we put that into our calculator and press the SD button to turn it into a decimal, we get that the area of a circle is 12.6 centimeters squared. It's always a good idea to do a common sense check when we're doing a question like this. The area of the square was 16, so we would have expected that the circle would have been a little bit less than that. And so when we arrived at an answer of 12.6, we sort of know that we're on the right track in this question. To go back over here and finish the question, the shaded region is going to be the square minus the circle. The square is 16, the circle is 12.6, and if we subtract 12.6 from 16, we get that the area of the shaded region is 3.4 centimeters squared. Always make sure just to put in your units. So area is measured in centimeters squared. If we leave that out, we can lose 1 mark.